Hello and welcome to Good Morning Thailand. I'm Jay.
And I'm Alex.
And today we're going to be talking about some of the news topics from across the country, starting with our first story today, talking about Songkran and the government.
Yeah, the minimum wage, right?
Yes. Well, the government has announced plans to raise the minimum wage ahead of Songkran. That's right. The Thai Labour Ministry under Kun Pipat plans to increase the minimum wage for certain professions and industries as the Songkran festival gift, with an announcement expected within a year to cover the entire country. Additionally, the cabinet is considering offering a full salary for 98 days of maternity leave. These topics were discussed in a House of Representatives meeting led by Speaker Wan Muhammad Noor, focusing on minimum wage calculation criteria and the role of tripartite committee. MP Sahat Sawat raised concerns about political interference in wage adjustments and the committee's effectiveness. Kun Pipat acknowledged limitations in wage increases and mentioned a new committee to devise a minimum wage formula, emphasizing a focus on economically driving industries and setting wages based on capabilities. The proposal for maternity leave suggests a shared subsidy between employers and the Social Security Office.
Happy Songkran, I guess. More money. And I think the maternity leave thing is another big thing, too. What is maternity leave traditionally like here in Thailand? Do people get a lot of time off?
I'm guessing at least 60 days.
Yeah.
That's a total guess, by the way.
Yeah, shot in the dark. But it seems like it's improving, and that's
90
good.
days.
Yeah. I mean, it never seems like it's enough. That's for sure.
Well, 3 months. Yeah, 3 months is better than nothing, I guess.
It is.
A mother with a newborn.
Yeah.
After 3 months, some people have to get back to work. Hey, if it's gotten longer, then good for them.
I was just with my 8-month-old nephew, and hanging out with that kid is kind of like a full-time job. He's like, just stumbling around and stuff like that. So it takes a lot of, love and care and energy. So yeah, let the moms be with their kids more. I think that's good.
All right. Well, we're gonna move on to our next story, which is regarding Tuxen.
Yeah, so Tuxen Shinawatra's extension of hospital stay has been approved, delaying his jail time. So yeah, Thailand's Department of Corrections has extended the medical treatment of former Prime Minister Tuxen Shinawatra at Police General Hospital beyond the standard 120-day limit due to his complex health needs. Tuxen, who has been hospitalized since August 23rd last year, requires specialized care for multiple illnesses, which the correctional hospital's facilities couldn't provide. The decision to continue his treatment, approved on January 8th, adheres to the Thai Ministry of Justice's regulations for prisoner health care. These regulations necessitate approval from the Director General of the Department of Corrections for treatment extensions beyond 120 days, after considering physicians' recommendations and relevant evidence. The department emphasizes its commitment to prisoners' rights and international standards, including patient protection and respect for medical ethics and privacy, requiring Tuxen's consent for any public disclosure of his health information. I think it's interesting how much they really care about the prisoners' rights and the medical privacy of,
Yeah,
the highest
my mind
levels,
just
right?
goes to thinking. I'm wondering what they're waiting for. I'm wondering what he's planning. He's been there since August, and the fact that his jail term hasn't even started. Is he waiting for something?
Not sure. Yeah, maybe some sort of commutation of it. Like he's definitely trying to stay out of jail.
Yeah, he's waiting for a pardon.
It seems like it. But it also comes into question, right? Like, what are the health concerns? Why is he allowed to stay there past 120 days? But at the same time, they're not going to release that information. Yeah. So it's it's opaque and not really understood clearly.
Yeah. Opaque? There's nothing opaque about Thai government. On that note, we're going to move on to our next story, which is regarding the railway tickets. Now, people often need to book their tickets in advance, whether you're taking a long flight or a long railway trip. A new 90-day advance railway tickets are available as of today to accommodate holiday planning. That's right. The State Railway of Thailand introduces a 90-day advance booking service for CNR express trains on key routes, launching on January the 12th to accommodate the increased travel demand during the Songkran Festival. This service allows travelers to book tickets for 8 return services on the northern, northeastern, and southern lines. Notably, it includes 2 return services between Bangkok and Chiang Mai on the Northern Line, 4 between Bangkok and Ubon Ratchathani, Nong Khai on the Northeastern Line, and 2 between Bangkok and Hat Yai on the Southern Line. Tickets are available from 8:30 a.m. tomorrow via the D-Ticket mobile app, the official website, and ticket booths at SRT station. Reservations for other train services remain open up to 30 days in advance. So if you are going to be using the State Railway of Thailand to make your trip to all of these wonderful cities, you can now book it 3 months in advance.
Yeah, I love traveling by train. I think it's like one of my favorite things. It was nice. When I lived in China, they had bullet trains everywhere, like the high-speed railway. And I know that that's been like a project that's been talked about being in development here in Thailand for a long time.
Just a China lover.
Well, I love the trains there, that's for sure. Like, it's almost as fast as flying, honestly. It's crazy how fast those things go.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's just a nicer way to get around, man. I don't know. Hasselty Airports is really, like, Savannahboom is like a madhouse these days.
I think the BTS and Metro is great. I only took, like, the long railway ride when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Overnight trains, you know.
Sleepers?
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as you got a bed, that's all right. It's kind of like, camping on the go.
Yeah, but then again, I did it in India, so I felt like the standard of the train wasn't the same as your bullet train.
Fair play, I think. Yeah. Plus, there's no sleeping on the bullet trains. You just get there in a couple hours. It's nice.
Okay.
Well, anyways, let's move on to our next story. So, disabled accessibility is being called into question in Thailand as a man has fallen from his wheelchair where it should have been accessible. So, a disabled man selling lottery tickets fell from his wheelchair on a bumpy road near a gold shop in Rayong province, an area intended to be accessible for disabled people as part of the Eastern Economic Corridor, or EEC, project. The incident, which occurred on January 10th, was captured on CCTV, led to public outrage on social media. Now, Piradon, the nephew of the gold shop owner, witnessed the man falling backwards while trying to cross a rough patch on the road and rushed to assist him. The man thanked Piradon before leaving, raising concerns about potential injuries. The road, under construction the previous year for footpath and pipe installation, was left rough and unfinished, causing such accidents. Despite nearby footpath provisions for the disabled, there was no proper ramp or connectivity for wheelchairs at the road intersection, highlighting the ineffectiveness of the infrastructure for those that it's intended to assist. Yeah, that's pretty frustrating, right? Like,
no, absolutely. I mean, I looked at the footage. That should not be happening.
No, it's terrible.
And I'm glad someone actually, like, they ran up to help him. I think Thai people in general are awesome when it comes to that. But yeah, we made a whole video series about how the roads in Thailand are not accessible, the footpaths. Yeah, it's just frustrating to see things like that happening, and I don't know when. It's like it's citywide. It's not even in certain places. It's citywide.
It's countrywide too, man. Like, this is the problem. I have a friend of mine, shout out Ryan. He's actually trying to lead the charge to help improve the accessibility here in Thailand, because it's not just about the Thai people here, but it's also lots of tourists that come here too. It's important. Like, the amount of places I go, there's not even an elevator to get up to the second floor. You got to just take the stairs. Like, it's there needs to be improvement, I think.
All right. Well, we'll move on to our last story today, which is regarding a bad teacher. Now, ahead of Teachers' Day, a scandal has emerged involving a teacher allegedly demanding 200 baht from students for passing grades without taking exams. The issue came to light when a Twitter user named Red Skull shared a claim of a student exposing this practice. Initially, the teacher graded all students 0, then solicited 200 baht, reduced from a previous 400 baht demand. Despite a prior warning, the teacher persisted in this practice. The director of a technical college in Roi Et province, Akom, has suspended the accused teacher and formed a committee to investigate, with a 7-day deadline to report findings. The incident, reported more than 2 months ago, could lead to disciplinary actions ranging from probation to expulsion. The accused teacher, still teaching the subject to the complainant, has been reassigned, and the student currently in Bangkok for professional training. He has not paid the requested amount. The student attempted to report the incident to the school director, but faced requests to delete the post and resolve the issue privately, which they refused.
I think it's funny, like, when this kind of thing happens, you just go to social media and make a big stink about it. Like, what? Dude, it'd be cool. But 200 baht to get a passing grade.
I was just thinking, like, wow, times have changed. Pass an entire subject, 200 baht.
Apparently, it was negotiated, too. It was 400 baht originally, and then he became more reasonable. Said, fine, just 200 baht. But, obviously, the ethics here are very questionable.
Look, it's also a technical college, so for better understanding for people that don't understand, this is like a community college, basically. And a lot of the people who go there obviously don't have big budgets, so that's why the amount is quite small. 400 down to 200.
Yeah.
200 would still be a fairly decent. I mean, and they have a lot of students as well.
For a bribe, though, this shouldn't be like you shouldn't be paying for grades.
Quick, easy 20,000 baht if you have 50 students.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah, I guess. What a racket. Nice. Well, anyways, not anymore. So hopefully they'll sort that out.
Don't do that, though.
Yeah. No, not good.
Bad teacher. Bad teacher.
Bad teacher indeed.
All right. And that's it. Those are some of the stories from across the country this morning. There's obviously way more stories on thetiger.com. There's crime, there's politics, automotive, food and beverage, lifestyle. Check it out if you have some time.